EBT3003 PROFINET chip could quickly configure data and transmit it to the PLC. This tutorial guides users to test the EBT3003 PROFINET chip module test kit within the TIA portal environment. Required materials. Next, perform product wiring. Connect an external 24V DC power supply to the PLC. Use an Ethernet cable to connect the PLC to the PC. Use an Ethernet cable to connect the EBT3003 to the PLC. Connect the test kit to your PC via USTTypec cable. Wiring is completed. Now start testing within TIA portal. First, import the GSDL file. Under the Options menu, click Manage General Station Description Files. Click here to locate the directory storing your GSDL file. Click Select Folder. After the GSDL file is successfully added, click Install and wait for the installation to complete. In the left-hand project tree, click Add New Device. In the pop-up window, select the actual PLC hardware you are using. For this example, select 6ES72141A500XBO. After adding the device view will open. Double-click the PLC Ethernet port. The port configuration panel appears at the bottom. On the Ethernet address tab, configure the IP address as required. In the left-hand project tree, double-click Devices and Networks. Locate the EBT3003 device within the hardware catalog shown on the right-hand pane. Click and drag it onto the network configuration canvas. Click on Assign for the EBT3003 device. Select G2PLC1 PROFINET Interface 1. Assignment is complete. Select the device. The Properties panel at the bottom defaults to the Ethernet address page. You may set the PROFINET device IP address and device name here. Important, the configured device name must exactly match the actual device name stored on hardware. Click the Accessible Devices icon located on the top toolbar. Retrieve current device information. Click Start Search. Copy the discovered device name into the PROFINET device name field and press Enter. Click and drag PMB Master into slot 1. Now add a submodule. In this example, we add a command for reading holding registers. Holding register command. Example, read 01 words holding registers for XXXX. Left-click the PMB master module inside the device overview. The configuration panel opens at the bottom. Click Module Parameters. Set baud rate, data bits, parity bit, and other serial port parameters. These settings must match those configured on the physical EBT3003 hardware. Left-click the submodule listed in the device overview. The configuration panel opens at the bottom. Click Parameters. Here you configure the slave address, starting register address, and other related parameters. Once configuration is finished, check the PROFINET communication address mapping shown in the device overview. As shown in the figure, the PMB master enable control word is mapped to QB to QB6, occupying 5 bytes. Received register data is mapped starting at IB64 IB65, occupying 2 bytes. Refer to the EBT3003 user manual for further details. Bit 0 within the control word enables the Modbus function serial port. This bit therefore must be set high. The program logic to enable this control bit is shown below. Create a new watch table. Add the previously recorded communication addresses to the watch table, as shown in screenshot. The next 2 steps are specific requirements for the G2 series PLC. These minimal settings are applied purely to prevent compile-time errors. Configure them according to your actual application requirements. You may skip these steps if compilation reports no errors. Finally, compile and download the project to the PLC. Launch the Modbus Slave software utility. Click Connection. Then click Connect. Configure serial port parameters. Click Setup. Then select Slave Definition. Configure Modbus slave parameters. Return to TIA portal and click the Monitor button. All status indicators on the left-hand side should show green, with no red fault alerts. IW64 data read via Modbus displays correctly. Next, configure the NAM slave function. Follow screenshot instructions to add the PMB slave module. Left-click PMB slave in the device overview. You may configure Modbus serial port parameters here. Parameter values must match those set on the EBT3003 hardware. Slave address configuration is also located within this panel. Set the value as your application demands. Check the device overview pane. NAM slave enable control word maps to QB to QB6, 5-byte length. Received register data maps starting at EBT64 EBT65, 2-byte length. Compile and download the PLC program. Add the noted communication addresses into the watch table as shown in screenshot. Open the monitoring button. Launch Modbus Bowl, click Connection and configure serial port parameters. Write register values using Modbus Bowl. In the TIA portal workspace, all left-hand side status indicators show green. No red fault indicators present. IW64 Modbus red data displays correctly. Click and drag PMB UIST into slot 1. Add a transparent ITSASN submodule. Drag pure data IO008 bytes into subslot 2. Add a protocol transparent submodule. Drag protocol data input 008 bytes into subslot 3. From screenshot, PMB USART enable control word maps to QB to QB6, 5-byte length. Transparent trace of input data maps to EBT64 EBT71, 8-byte length. Transparent output data maps to QB64 QB71, 8-byte length. Protocol transparent data maps to EBT70 to EBT79, 8-byte length. Add these recorded communication addresses to the watch table as shown. Compile and download PLC project. Launch a serial port assistant tool. Configure serial port parameters and open the COM port. Enable watch mode within the TIA portal watch table. Write transparent Trassen's test data to output range QB64 QB71. You will observe identical test data received on the serial port assistant. Next, send 8-byte transparent test data from serial port assistant. Verify matching data appears inside TIA portal watchable range EBT64 EBT71. Then send 8-byte protocol frame test data from serial port assistant. Refer to user manual documentation for full protocol transpatron format description. After transmission, confirm that watchable range EBT70 to EBT79 holds identical protocol transparent test payload. Consult the user manual for further specifications. Click and drag NIO into slot 2. Drag 8XI 12-bit into subslot 1. Drag 8XD into subslot 2. Drag 8XDO into subslot 3. According to screenshot, analog input AI data maps to EBT64 EBT79 8 words total. Digital input D data starts at bit EB2.08 bits total. Digital output to data starts at bit QB 2.08 bits total. Add previously recorded communication addresses into watch table. In this test, we only add the very first I/O channel point. Per manual reference, IW64 corresponds to I/O1. I2.0 corresponds to I/O9. Q2.0 corresponds to I/O17. See screenshot. Finally, compile and download the program to the PLC. Activate watch mode in TIA portal watch table. Connect a signal generator voltage output to I/O1. Watchable value updates correctly. Apply 3.3 volts external signal to I/O9. Watchable value updates correctly. Set I/O17 to output high logic level. Watchable feedback value is correct.